And today we're going to be talking about fun and entertainment at Casino Miami. And our guest today is Steve Rinaldi from Casino Miami Jai-Alai, and you're the marketing director there.
I am. Good morning, Mike.
And good morning. We have some very exciting things that are going on right now. The main one right now is the Celtic Illusions, right, which is a really neat act comprised of about 20 people. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's kind of like a cross between Celtic dance and David Copperfield. How's that? I mean, there's a lot of illusion. There's dancing. There's a few vocals in there. Beautiful, beautiful voices of the ladies that are singing the songs there. It's really spectacular.
And so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show about a 30-second clip
Oh, sure.
of it so
Great.
people can see.
Great.
Here we go. It's pretty
There you go.
exciting when you listen to the music and you watch that in almost perfect synchronicity.
Yeah.
And I like that word, right? Managed to say it all together there.
Sure.
And it's an amazing amount of energy. Traveling right now, not at this moment, but prior to that, in different parts of the world.
That's correct. Yeah, there was a show up in Canada recently. I think there's one on tour right now live in Australia. So yeah, they do quite a bit of traveling.
So, and for people that need a reminder, the Casino Miami is where the Jai-Alai is, at
Correct, Miami
36th
Jai-Alai.
Street and 36th Avenue.
Exactly.
And so the act is in the building, but not in the casino part of it.
Correct. It actually takes place in the highway front.
And so people under the age of 21 are welcome there. They can park across the street, and you have valet parking right out front.
Yep, correct.
And I remember I went to some boxing matches there
Right.
a while back. I understand that in a couple months we're going to have some more there.
That's the
I'm
plan.
going to be there because when you're up close in front, it's really exciting to go places and see people, whether it's this act here or boxing. And every Friday and Saturday night, you also have activities.
Right. We have entertainment in Rio Bar, so that's actually on the casino. So we have local bands, local DJs. They play every Friday and Saturday night, draw great crowds back in Rio. But I think the thing about the Jai-Alai Fronton that's really interesting for an act like Celtic Illusion or the boxing, it's a very intimate environment. I mean, there's really not a bad seat in the house. It seats about almost 1,300, and they're all close to the stage. So you really get good viewing of the shows, which is nice. You're not like, what are they doing now?
And when I was here, I really enjoyed it. I ran into a whole bunch of people that I knew,
Oh, yeah.
surprisingly,
Oh, yeah.
right? Because it was a great place to connect to people as well. And so let's talk again about this act. Tell us, it's going on right now.
Correct.
And it goes through the
30th.
the
Yeah, we
30th?
opened this past Saturday and Sunday. They go dark on Monday and Tuesday, give the performers a chance to rest up. And then we do 8 o'clock shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a 3 p.m. matinee, and an 8 o'clock on Saturday, and then another show on Sunday.
It's amazing that they have the physical capacity and the mental capacity to be able to coordinate that. I'm wondering when they go to sleep at night, right before they go there, they're imagining this, of course, and rehearsing that.
You know, what's really interesting, what really struck me about the show when watching, I didn't watch the whole thing. I was assisting with the walk-up ticket sales and things of that nature. But I got to peek in a couple times. And I saw the rehearsals for the prior week. But the speed with which they dance, I mean, it is really something to see. It's crazy.
And besides, people they can see it from where they're sitting.
Of course.
Tell us about the volume as far as people sitting back. They can be able to hear this.
Oh,
right?
absolutely, absolutely.
And
No,
I think-
it's very, very intimate. It's a great place to see a show because it is intimate, and everybody's has good seats. So yeah, you can definitely see it, you can hear it, you can feel it.
And so when they're sitting there, they could go get some food ahead of time,
sure.
or during, but you don't
Yep.
want to miss this. And this act again, there are about 20 plus people that are there, guys and gals that are
Yep.
doing it. Tell us about some of the disappearing acts, the magic acts.
I honestly haven't seen the Magic Acts,
All right.
Michael. I apologize.
Right.
But I know that they do make a young lady disappear. If they wanted to make me disappear, I said, no, I'll pass on that. Thank you
We
very
got
much.
enough problems.
We got enough problems, right? We don't need that.
So, and all that just triggers different parts of your brain and
Sure.
your mind about, how are they doing that? And it's really sort of magical, for them to do that. And they're staying at some local hotels, right?
Yeah, they're staying at a hotel very, very close to the property, which makes it easy for them to transport back and
Yes.
forth. I mean, as we know, Miami traffic is just fabulous.
And let's talk a little bit about Jai-Alai.
Sure.
Right? What's the next step with Jai-Alai?
Jai-Alai is no longer being offered at Casino Miami, and we're going to transform the Fronton into more of an entertainment venue for shows like Celtic Illusion, for bands. We've had many, many bands at Casino Miami. Not when I just joined the company in 2020, but prior to that, they had quite a few nationally known brands, America and so forth and so on. So we're going to be using that facility for more of that type of entertainment.
Maybe 5-10 years ago, I was going to another venue, and I went for Horse with No Name. I think
America.
Yeah, and when I watched it was great. The people about my age were going like completely crazy.
Sure.
Listening to that. So you're going to get folks like that.
Absolutely. The nice thing about the Jai-Alai Fronton is we're the only casino Miami that has a venue like that for entertainment. So it makes it a desirable place to come if you want to play in the casino and have a first-rate entertainment venue as well. We've got both.
So my personal experience over there, the people are very polite, they're very nice, and sometimes you look at them, they're trying to figure out, has he been here before? And can I remember his name?
Yep, absolutely.
And,
It's important.
and
Very
we know
important.
that is really what helps connect people, that politeness and to direct them to the right place. So let's talk about the people that go into the casino, men and women over the age of 20. I
21,
understand that women tend to like the slot machines a little bit more.
They tend to. I think men tend to lean a little bit more towards table games. But we've got, I'd probably say it's pretty close to 50-50, males and females.
And tell us about, for people that don't like to smoke,
Oh, there is no smoking.
how wonderful that is.
There is a small smoking section off the casino floor, but none of the smoke actually, it's literally outside and screened in, okay? But yeah, there's no smoking in the casino.
And so the people can understand if they haven't been to a casino before. What's the age group when they walk in the door? Tell us what more or less the age group.
Predominantly 35 plus. We get some younger folks that come in and play our Texas Hold'em poker, as well as our Ultimate Heads Up Hold'em, which is another variant of poker that's live dealt by players. But it's across the gamut. It really is. But it skews a little bit older.
And I see the guys that are working there. They're dressed really top notch, right? And the food servers, I think, I don't want to say barmaids, but the people who serve the liquor.
Sure, the servers.
They're dressed in uniforms.
Yep.
And there's a comfort in looking. So when you can see, you look around and say, oh, that he must work there,
Yes.
he must work there, she must work there.
Yes, the red shirts of the slot attendants, the short black skirts of the servers, the brown and blacks for the players club. Yes, every department has its own color combination.
So that's wonderful. So it is easy on the eyes and on the brain
Yes.
when you see this commonality, that's there. So, what are the hours that you're open, or are there hours that you're not?
Every single hour of the day. Every day of the
24/7.
week. Did that last October, and it's been extremely successful.
We know that during COVID, it affected every type of business. And at some point, it affected the casinos.
Of course.
And so has it been a year since you've been back in operation? More than
At
a year?
least, yeah. It's funny though, during COVID, a lot of our guests are entrepreneurial in nature. They're plumbers, they're electricians, they're carpenters, they're painters. They worked during COVID. So although our business was down because we had reduced capacity and things like that, we still did fairly well because our people, it wasn't like in Las Vegas, we were expecting, 50,000 people a week to fly into the property and nobody's flying. So we benefited from that.
One of the things that we were fortunate to do here is we understood part of our purpose was to keep connecting to people in the community.
Yes.
So we started working with a lot of the chambers of commerce because they have 50 to 500 members. And so we had this all divided with glass down the middle and another glass here.
Nice.
And they could communicate with their members to keep them connected. And we watched that whole COVID thing, which was as COVID started going away, we put the glass away. And it was like, and we still have it in the back. I'm
Just in
waiting.
case.
Just in case. So 35 plus,
Yeah.
men and women equally.
Yep.
They're the simple games like for a guy like me, put some money in the slot machines, hear a lot of noise and ching, ching, ching. And then there are the, what are the games called?
We have electronic table games as well. Roulette, blackjack, craps, baccarat.
And you give it a shot.
Yep.
And
I mean, you can sit down and have a beautiful young lady on a screen saying, "Do you want to play blackjack?" And she'll do your blackjack hands, and it's interactive in a way.
and tell us the busy times during this 24-hour cycle.
I mean, really, the 6 p.m. to midnight hour tends to be busy. On the weekends, it lasts later
Yep.
than that. It's interesting because when we opened up 24 hours, we found that some are even best players, like coming in after hours because there's less people, and it's just quieter for them.
And there's a certain psyche in your head. You say if it's really crowded, you can be in one state of mind, and if nobody's there, you're in another state. Some look at each one and find the good, part of that. A short story when my wife and I had been married 25 years at this point, we flew out to Las Vegas, and so we surprised them. I flew the kids out, and so they called me. And I said, "Oh, the dog food is here. The dog food is here." They're actually in a cab behind us.
That's funny.
They're behind us.
That's
So we
cute.
walk in. I say, "Yeah, we're going over to such and such a casino." So we go in, and I find a table, not a table, a slot machine, and nobody's sitting there. So I sit my wife down, and I stand in front of the other open seat. My daughter, I see her. I sit my daughter right down next to her. My wife is trying to put money in. My daughter reaches over in front and helps her. My wife goes, "Stop that." She didn't know who it was. And it was so exciting, really, to be able to be in that environment,
Sure.
and where people are happy, they're cheerful,
Yeah.
and they're feeling good about themselves. They may feel lucky or not, but it's certainly a way to entertain yourself. And some people go to sports and do that. Other people go to the casinos. So you have lots of regulars that go there.
There are people I talk to every day I'm in there, literally every day.
And they typically, they're having a good time. They got
Yes.
a big smile. They can go and eat or drink if they want to.
Of course. Well, you've got your really serious gambler who's there to really play against the house and gets that charge, that thrill out of gambling per se. They don't care whether they win or lose. They just like the thrill of the chase. And then you've got your social gambler that's there because, well, Michael goes there. Michael's a good friend of mine. I'm going to go hang out with Michael today.
And
It's
that's
all over the place.
yeah,
Very
that-
pervasive.
Yeah, that's certainly part of it. And,
For
and
sure.
we want to, here, come with me. I must share with you, years ago, I was wearing a retainer, and I went there, and I had lunch with somebody on your staff over there, and we went to one of the restaurants that were inside, and then when I left, I couldn't find my retainer, and I said, I wonder if I had it with me. So I come back to the office, I can't find it. I called. They found it. They followed the camera
Really?
and see where I went,
Yep.
and bingo. All right,
That's
and
pretty
it was
much
like
it.
how great that was. All
That's
right,
pretty much the plan.
yes, and it was like that you guys just went out of the way. At the minimum, you could say we looked for it, we couldn't find it, and I
Right.
said, where was it? It was at the table, sir, where you were.
Yes, we have tremendous camera coverage.
Yes, and I think that's wonderful. And in today's environment, we want that everywhere that we go, and we see people, and for protection for everybody, and so we are thrilled to be working with you, and to help people see what's going on at Casino Miami, and this is a great act.
Yeah.
And so how the crowd's been the first when did it open yesterday?
No, Sunday or Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, we did it that way because they're dark Monday, Tuesday, so we open Saturday, Sunday. Let's run a couple shows. If there's anything that needs to be tweaked, we've got 2.5 days to make that happen. Everything went off smooth, so there's really no tweaking going on per se, but that's why we did it that way. But yeah, we had great crowds.
And so you're going to be there for another week and a half.
Yeah.
And so people can go on the website. Can we run the website address? They can go up, which is it's Play Casino.
Miami.com.
Right.
Play
And people can order the
Casino
tickets right there.
Absolutely.
And they can also see that video again. They can also look around the casino from the website.
Go to the
that's
website,
there.
see what else we have to offer. Sure. Of
And
course.
again, if it's raining that day, Even if it's not
This is-
valet park.
This is rain or shine. And yes, we do have valet parking, so most certainly.
And again, so people go on 36th Street, that's on the north end of the airport, you know, right up 36th
Correct,
Street. And there's
correct.
also some other roads to get there, but
Yeah, we're about 2 miles east.
2 miles east of.
Due east of the airport.
All right. And the casino's been there now for 10 years, 15?
I think it was 2000. I know the new owner bought it in 2018.
There was somebody before that, all right? But
And somebody before that.
yeah, so and to watch that growing, that business down there is really tremendous. And certainly there are a lot of plays that are around town, but I don't remember the last time we saw a play like that. You know, they come
It's
down.
different. Yes, yes.
And we
unique.
call it a play. You call it an act, event, play, but you have a lot of people on stage, all nice-looking people.
Yeah, it's a show with multiple
Yeah.
acts. I mean, it goes from dancing to singing to illusion to singing to dancing. So you get a nice variety during the entire show. You're not just watching the same things over and over.
So somebody could go to the casino first and then go.
Oh, yeah.
Or they could just avoid the casino part and go around, enter still the same door, but
Sure.
off to the side.
Yep. Yeah, and if anybody that comes to the show that's never been to the casino or has never been a Players Club member, we're going to give them a coupon to go to the Players Club, and they get between $50 and $200 of free play guaranteed. No catch. All they have to do is sign up. We'll download it to their card, and they can go right on the floor and play.
That's amazing.
It's great.
You know, for better or for worse, I never played that. All right, except for the point nickels. All right.
Yep. Yep.
And everybody has their own tolerance and the way they're going to play that, but it is entertainment. So you're going to go there and you can have some drinks. You can go with your friends. You can have dinner.
You're a band.
Yes, and we look forward to the boxing. I know it's scheduled for June.
June 9th.
It's typically in boxing, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 fights.
Yeah, there's a card.
There's a card.
Definitely.
That's
Yeah,
what it's
for
called.
sure. Yeah.
And we know about that. When you go early, you get to watch it and you get warmed up.
Yes.
And there's nothing like watching a boxing match in person versus on TV. It's completely different. It's like watching TV, a football game, or being on the sideline. And there are plenty of fights that I've been to. And you watch these guys. I used to be a hobbyist and boxing, and I would always love it. And to watch how the mind and the body coordinates, and to be offensive and defensive. Lots of people think, oh, it's really easy. Yeah, if you're doing the punching, it's easy. But then you have to play offense and defense.
Yes.
Within seconds. Well, actually,
Better be
perhaps
the
within that.
puncher than the punchy, right?
So we see that.
Yeah, some of the undercards that fights that I've seen in the fights that we have have been fantastic. Really good. A couple local guys too that brought out good crowds.
Yes, and again, as far as within the 1,300 seat, you call it stadium, auditorium?
Fronton.
The Fronton.
Sure.
They also have some TVs that are there.
No.
Okay, so all eyes are focused.
Correct.
To the front.
Yeah,
which
nothing
is,
distracting.
Yes, exactly, because in our distracting world, all right,
Yep.
that the less there is at that moment.
Right.
My
Exactly.
suggestion to people when you go, take your phone, turn it off, and enjoy the
I agree
the 2
100%.
hours, and you're going to really have a good time. And there certainly is something when you walk into the casino there. It's like you go from this outside world to this inside, and with lots of slot machines, lots of table games.
Over 1,000 slot machines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very stimulating. Lots of lights, lots of
Lots of
buzzing
lights,
noises.
a lot of sound.
All right. And that's I'm very happy for us here in Miami. So again, you're going to have some musical acts coming in. You know when that's going to start?
I don't. We haven't planned it out. We're gonna run through this, and we're gonna get through the boxing, then we'll figure out something in the summer.
So why did the management, the ownership, say we want these people here? What was it about them that was so special?
It's a very popular international show, and we thought it would be a good fit down here in South Florida.
I think that's wonderful. And I haven't.
You got to see it to believe it.
Yeah,
really.
and there's a big billboard. Somebody
big
sent me a
billboards.
picture of it.
Yep.
And which is this huge thing, and when you look at it, all right, that's impressive. But from what I've been told, I had some friends of ours that went. They were very happy with
Excellent.
with the total experience, and that's from the time they get there, all right, and walking through and sitting down and enjoying it. So let's talk about How is it the staff there is just so friendly? What is it that causes them to do that?
It really starts from the top down, you know, and the department heads that make sure the departments are, you know, we're in a service business. We've got casinos a couple miles to the south, a couple miles to the north, a couple miles to the east, and we're all basically serving the same product in terms of the slot machines and poker and things of that nature. So you don't have a lot of ways to get competitive advantage. You want to be really clean, you want to be really friendly, and as you were saying before, hi Michael, thanks. Hey, we'll come back to the casino. Good to see you today. That type of thing, that personality and that personal connection with the guest is what we have at Casino Miami that I think makes us different.
We know all businesses really need repeat customers because you can't be inventing brand new customers every day.
It's cheaper to keep one than to get a new one.
Yes, and we know that in restaurants. Think about it, if
Correct.
nobody went back, you'd be out of business
Right.
in a second.
Right?
So what are some of the other things that staff does so that people will say, this is a good experience and I'm going to come back?
I just think that we are patient with our guests, and we've got guests of all ages. Some people need more help than others. We try to communicate well with them. We make sure they know what offers are going out to them, what promotions we have. So we try to be proactive to keep them involved in knowing what we're doing, to build excitement in them, going, oh, they're doing a giveaway this day, or they're doing this promotion that day. So it gives us a chance to interact, number one, which is important. We want interaction with our guests, and lets us convey what's coming down the road for them.
Sometimes when you're looking around at some guests that are walking in, you can tell if they're lost.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They get
They're
that.
gone.
Yeah, and we will certainly. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, ma'am?
And that's so important
Of
because
course.
they want an advocate and somebody to recognize it and say, yes, I'm looking for such and such. I was like, when I'm at a restaurant, they know I'm looking for the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
They go like this,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And so, and I think that's a wonderful thing when they walk in the front door at the casino. Tell people what that's like.
It's like wow. And we have a huge open area that leads into the casino, so you're seeing the casino in the background, big tile floor with a huge Casino Miami logo on the wall. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And if I remember right, there were lots of people that were there. And so if somebody's brand new, never been there before, how can they claim, if you will, that there's credit?
The free play?
Yeah.
Typically, the security guard at the front, if they say, hey, we're new here, where do I go? They'll direct them to the Players Club. And then our Players Club representatives will take their ID, make sure they're 21, get their information entered into our player tracking system. They'll issue them their player's card and off to the floor they go.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So if somebody decides they want to go to the see Celtic Illusion, they can go. First, if they want, they could go play some games.
Yep.
They could eat, drink,
Yep.
and then walk over.
Yep.
Or
Or
if they don't-
vice versa.
Or vice versa,
Yes.
right? And they can take their kids, and it's really a pretty nifty show.
They just can't take the kids on the casino floor.
Right, so they got to go.
They got to go straight into the show.
That's wonderful.
But there's food and beverage on the show side as well. So it's not like the only restaurant we have is in the casino. There's a full bar in the fronton, and there's another little restaurant to the side that's serving snacks and things of that nature. So they can all get something to drink.
Again, so people can go to your website, which is playcasinomiami.com.
CasinoMiami.com,
And they
that's
can order
correct.
order the tickets there.
Yep.
And typically during the week, what are the show times?
8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Yep.
All right.
With a 3 o'clock matinee on Saturdays.
Okay. That's wonderful. Steve
Yeah.
Rinaldi,
Michael,
thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thanks for your time. I
We're
appreciate
going
it.
to see you down there soon.
I look
Thanks for
forward to it.
joining us again. PlayCasinoMiami.com. They can help you out. Folks, have a great day. Thanks for joining.